Everyone, this is Nate Scott here, www.succeedwithnatescott.com. Here with my man Will, CEO, founder, entrepreneur of Space Cherry Films. What's going on, Will?
Man, doing good, man, doing good.
Man, just met Will for the first time today, was introduced to him by my good friend and mentee, Pastor Edward Western. We're doing some incredible things right here in Jacksonville, Florida. He's a man of God over Exodus International Ministries. If you have not visited us yet, be sure to look us up, come by and get the word. But here today, we're going to talk real in a rap session with Will here to learn about what he does, because I really want you guys to get up close and personal with the people that we're aligned with and understand that we're forming an organization, a team focused on one single purpose, and that is through our individual talents, bringing the greatest glory to God and being able to leverage that strength. So Will, man, again, I just want to, man, I'm amazed with the work that you've done.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Tell your story. Tell us a little bit about your business and you know how you got what you do.
Well, I got into the business by accident. It was not planned out. I went to college for business marketing and management, so I was already trying to get back into the the corporate world.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I felt like doing the business to learn in the corporate market and then step out and do my own. Because I learned early on when I was working at the movie theater, AMC Regency 24 here in Jacksonville, I don't like being told what to do. It didn't feel good to have a boss, do this, do this, do this. So I said, I want to be my own boss. Okay. But so I figured the best way to do it was go to the University of North Florida and get a degree in business management and marketing. Well, during the time of doing that, I learned a lot of great things, but my heart just wasn't in it. So then I kind of stepped out and did my passion of doing music. You know what I mean? So I started doing music, selling beats to artists, rappers, or whatnot, and it was fun. It got a little bit of money coming in. It was not enough to live off of, but I was having income coming in. People were telling me how much they wanted my production. Well, I always, since I was a little kid though, always had this passion for films.
Okay.
Always wanted to act. My mom, my dad were they actually directed plays. My mom was a writer of plays. So growing up, they couldn't find a person to fit a role. That's when they get in there and do it. So I kind of got thrown into the fire of acting, but I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe because I had a big ego, I liked the attention and whatever, but I really enjoyed it. But as a little kid, I felt like, man, it'd be too difficult to become an actor. I don't know why I felt that way, but I liked it. I felt like it's easier to go through the school system to attain what I want, because acting, there really wasn't a set path,
right,
so to speak, right. So after doing the music, meeting a friend of mine who had a camera, had a Sony Handycam camera, I got this idea and said, hey, how about we go and just start shooting stuff? Yeah. I saw the stuff that he was doing on the computer, and I said, oh, that was cool, and he was doing it. So we went out there and just started shooting videos. And then before you know it, we're like, wow, this actually ain't too bad. We're actually pretty decent at it. Yeah. So I used all the contacts that I had from making music. Okay. And I shot this one massive email to all of them. And actually, let me run back. I was praying. This is important. Yeah. I was praying, say, okay, Lord, I want to do videos, but how do I go about doing it? And then, you pray, you kind of shut up for a minute, let God speak, you know what I mean? And I heard this little thought, very quiet, send an email to all your friends. So I went and had an email, like, I don't know, I would say about 80, 90 rappers that I knew. I shot the email out to them, only one person responded. But as far as I was concerned, that was better than nobody. So one person responded, we went and shot the video, and then that's kind of how we got into it.
Wow, man, let me tell you, what's really exciting is that Will did something which many times people miss, especially within the worship house, is that you got to actually be in a position where you can actually engage the Lord in a relationship manner. You went to prayer and then you shut up and you actually listened. Yeah. What's exciting about hearing that is that you had a passion already, and then you sought direction and guidance, and you waited for an answer. And this is what's so powerful, is that here we are meeting for the first time today, and that resonates so well with me, because at 19, when I walked the perimeter during Desert Storm, I said, Lord, if you allow me to make it back, I'll never waste a day of my life.
Amen. Amen.
And so after that commitment, if you will, I went on, got back from Desert Storm, went on to West Point, after West Point with an engineering and sociology degree. I walked into a room, the week I graduated from West Point, into a room full of happy people. Right? Now, you being a guy in film, the movie Pursuit of Happiness.
Right. Will Smith.
There you go. The guy comes up in a red sports car, and then he stops the guy. And the guy was a white male, suit and tie, red sports car, the image of success. And he stops him and he says, what do you do, and how do you do it?
Yeah.
Now, you ask God, I know I want to do this.
Right. How do I do it?
How do I do it? You know, and so you were coachable, you were teachable, you followed the steps. And what's exciting is that you put together a list. You went to those assets, those resources, those contacts that you've already built credibility with. Huh?
And that's something, you know, you're hitting on something that's very important. Sometimes we always look at what we don't have, and we don't look at what we do have. I remember, and one thing that I encourage people to do is read books, watch documentaries, because you'll catch things from other successful people, and you can copy what they do. And I remember reading a book by this director, Robert Rodriguez, and he had this thing called the Rodriguez List. And he sat there and said, what you need to do is make a list of all your resources. Any car that you know a friend may have, anything that you have and your friends have, write it all down this list and then build something around that.
Yes.
You know, and I knew I had a whole bunch of rapper contacts, so I made a list of rappers who I knew needed videos.
Yeah.
And then I saw their videos, I saw they weren't quite quality.
Right?
Right. Evaluate. I said, okay, I can do better than this one. I don't know about this guy, and I just kind of went that way, you know. But I think it's very important to look at what you have and how you can take the resource that you got already, and then maybe you can borrow something from here, borrow something from there, and then you can really do something great with it.
You know what we just now did, man? We just now outlined a key step to success. And it's very simple. You do an inventory of your assets.
Yes,
right?
yes.
You do an inventory of your assets, and then from there you know what you're working with.
Exactly.
Step on what you already have to get to the next level what you don't have.
Exactly.
And so what's exciting is that this brings up, that's how we brought together. Yeah. You know, you're an asset through the relationship that you have with Pastor Western.
Right.
And so now I'm discovering what your additional skills are, and so now we're able to actually take and step on each other's shoulders to deliver our areas of expertise, if you will.
Right.
And so, again, guys, that importance of making your list, the list, regardless of what business you're in, the list is your goal line.
Right.
Now, let me ask you, what was the response when you reached out to them?
Well, the response I reached out to, like I said, one guy responded back. I put in there also one of the videos that we shot. It was by this rap band, actually, called Second Thief. You know, we went around trying to get somebody to do a video with us for free. It was a lot harder than I expected, because you think we say free, people come running. But when you start getting into management and labels, they're like, no, we got to make sure the image, right, and then everything got blocked. But we had a band that agreed to do it, and we shot the video, and we put in an email and sent it out. You know what I mean? And when the artist was back, he said, I love the video. I want to come down to Florida and shoot it. And then that's when the reality kind of hit, too. It's like, oh my God, what do I do now? I never did this before. I never had an artist come into Jacksonville. I don't even know nothing about, you know, contracts. I didn't know anything about, you know, honorariums or anything of that nature. Thank God for the internet, you know. Went on there and researched a lot of stuff. And I found out, after talking with the artist, that a lot of things he didn't care about. You know, and I think that's one of the key things about business is communication. Is to be able to express yourself in a way that people can understand, and to be able to listen to people. One of the things I notice a lot of times in business is sometimes you got people who like to talk a lot, but they don't listen. And people listen to respond, but they don't listen to understand.
Wow.
And a lot of times when people are talking, you know this, is that when people are talking, you gotta listen to see what they want, what their needs are, and be able to respond to that. Because they express what they want. They don't want to be told. They want to be and somebody's complaining about, if I'm listening to a phone call about artists and they complain about the last video shoot they did, and they didn't like the fact that, you know what I mean, the director wouldn't listen to them or whatever, I'm taking, okay, this artist has a need. He wants to be listened to. He wants to be heard. And those are the things, you know what I mean, that I kind of learned. You know what I mean?
And you know what, and what you just now said, again, fundamental. For you guys that have been on a daily habit call, you know what I say each and every day without different things. Every day I do a call at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That lasts about an hour. It starts out with a devotional, and then following the devotional, we're going to some type of personal growth and development. One of the books that we covered is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey.
Yeah, I heard it. I haven't got a chance to read it. I want to read that so bad.
Yeah, so one of the steps in there, one of the habits is seek first to understand, then to be understood. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. You see, as a professional, professionals consult. We want to solve problems, and the more that we understand about the potential client, the more we're able to actually service them. You know, we got to diagnose, and through that diagnosis, it's like us asking, you know, where does it hurt? And so that's the critical thing, and you got to be able to hear when they tell you where it hurts. Otherwise, you know, so that's the beautiful thing. So your process, once again, it's not an accident that you've had success. It's because you've got some of the fundamental things that every business owner, every entrepreneur, everyone that wants to actually be successful, even every parent, you got to have some basic fundamentals about how do you conduct yourself as a business.
Exactly.
Now, with that said, tell us a little bit about your success. What are artists? What kind of awards? How serious are you about your deal?
Well, I mean, I guess to start off, when we got into it, since we started in 2009,
okay.
2009. So we started in 2009. We've garnered, I want to say about 15 awards. Every year we've been in business, we've been nominated for Music of the Year award.
Wow.
One year it was crazy. Last year we were nominated at Kingdom Choice Awards in New York City, and 2 of our videos got nominated. In the we didn't win, unfortunately, but we got 2 videos nominated. So
there you go.
Nomination just as good in my opinion, but we still won Video of the Year award for that. Our videos have been featured on Red Bull website.com. It's been featured on YahooMusic.com. They did write-ups for us about our business and how we're doing innovative material. Because the thing about doing videos, we have a very big influence over the younger generation.
Yeah.
So I want to be able to instill positive. I want to be able to instill motivational pieces in our videos.
Wow.
No matter who the artist is, there's always a way we can twist it and bring something positive out of it. You know what I mean? It does help a lot that I do Christian videos mainly. Yeah. You know, so it's always, when you talk about Jesus and God, you're always pointing back to the source, which is love, you know? We have also won awards for Music Video of the Week, Music Video of the Month on several occasions. We have entered in film festivals. I was nominated for Up and Coming Music Video of the Year, Music Video Director of the Year on a couple occasions.
What major stations that we would know of?
Yeah, BET. We're on BET 106 in Park. We're about to have another video featured on there. You'll find out soon.
All right.
I can't say nothing, disclosure agreements.
Right.
But we've been featured on there. We've been featured on MTV as well. It's a lot. It's a lot. Our videos being shown overseas in Europe as well, internationally. It's amazing how quickly it's happened. And I think it always comes back to that quiet time, because I feel as a business you get so much into the work that you don't have that time of peace and quiet to kind of get away from and just regroup yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's one of the things I do a lot, is try to take one day a week to just chill out, don't think about business, or you spend time with God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And sometimes when I'm talking to God about business problem, he doesn't even really address the issue. He talking about spending more time with me. He always talking about something else. It's amazing how consistent he is. And then he go, or I'll do this long behind prayer, and then he give me an answer, and he just totally solve the problem in 2 seconds. Like, man, I could just save my breath.
Well, wow. I'll tell you what, man, this here is food for my soul, because one of the things I just love meeting people that are passionate about what they do and just really know who they are. And this is what I've always said, it's about being. So many people out there always trying to do. People always, what do you do? What do you do? And I always want to tell people, who do you be? Mm-hmm. See, be, do, have. Not do, have in order to become.
Yeah.
See, you know who you are at the core, and you know whose you are. And to that reason, that's why the success that you have, you're just walking into those things that you are predestined for.
Exactly. And I think when you know who you are inside, you won't compromise who you are. Because a lot of times, if you don't know what your abilities are, what your limitations are, then you get into the area of compromising. And sometimes, not compromising as in like if you're a Christian going into the world, I'm talking about compromising your integrity, compromising your business ethics, you know what I mean? And knowing who I am, if I know I'm getting outside of my area, then I know I can outsource to somebody who can get the job done.
Yes.
And get it done with the quality that I want it to be. And that's the thing I've learned from being in this. I can't do everything. I realize I try, I'm not good. But you got this other person who got all the skills and all the talent, and you hire them or you outsource to them. You bring a team of people together to make you better. And that's one of the things I had to learn. That was the hardest thing for me to learn was delegation. That was probably the hardest. Because at times we had this thought, at least I did, if I don't do it, it doesn't get done. And I think that's kind of how it is with all businesses are to a degree, because we got to pay our rent, we got to pay our bills, we got people made families to feed, so we feel like we have to work extremely hard. But sometimes if we just work smart, you know what I mean, we can get a better job done for less to work.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, guys, I will just wrap it up. Now, Will, I tell you, my personal mission is to create a $10 million endowment fund to foster personal growth and development and entrepreneurship. Now, in order to do that, I need to help 100 people and/or organizations earn $100,000 or more per year, and 100 people and/or organizations build a net worth of $1 million. 100 times a million is 100 million. 10% of 100 million is 10 million. Man, I'm excited to meet you and to see what your skills and your gifts are. You know, it's actually an area in which I've been looking for someone to work with, because like I said, I got over 100 videos out on YouTube. And the thing is, you know, I got this handy cam right here, that we're doing this shot with. And what's exciting is that knowing what your talent is, I'm looking forward to looking at some of your work. I'm looking forward to us just getting into developing a relationship, getting to know one another, and then literally seeing how our future visions align, and then seeing how I can be of service to you. Because my mission is to be a person of value and positive influence in the lives of people within my circle of influence based on biblical teachings. And so, man, praise God for your talent. And whatever I can do to help you to continue to elevate. And this example is this right here. It's about being able to uplift the people and give people their flowers while they're on earth. And man, that's what it's about. So I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Proud
Appreciate
to get to know you. And give them your website.
SpaceCherryFilms.com. And of course you can hit me up through email at spacecherryfilms@gmail.com.
All right. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all reach out to Will, and make sure you let him know that you saw him through this video. You know, we're going to continue to push this thing forward. And again, my name is Nate Scott, 904-838-2623. You can also visit me at www.succeedwithnatescott.com. If you have a passion, if you have a talent, if you just want to actually line up with someone, I want to encourage you just to have the conversation so we can see where there might be an opportunity for us to connect and actually push your vision a little bit further. So until next time, this is Nate Scott. Take care and be blessed.
Peace.